in Spain, you can see the tourists become more and more and make the condition become so crowded. Yeah, it's also happened in Venice, Italy. You can see many people, many tourists become more and more and make the condition become uncomfortable. And also, in bahasa, it tells that Amsterdam people would not welcome tourists again because become more and more, so make the host communities become uncomfortable. So this for your knowledge, for our knowledge, that there are correlation between number of tourists. You can see in the x-axis, yeah, number of tourists, it's will affect the feelings of the host communities. The first level is when number of tourists become more and more. The first level is euphoria. You can see that the destination, the new destination in Indonesia or in the other countries, the first impression, the first feelings of the host communities is euphoria. They feel exciting. Yeah? They feel a good contact with the tourists. They take a picture with the tourists and other activities. But if the tourists become more and more, the level become increase. Yeah, become not increase but decrease. Yeah, decrease become apathy, or the host communities will feel more formal contact with tourists, and tourists seem as a source of income and investment. And for the next level is irritation or annoyance, when the host communities become they will show misgivings about the tourism industry due to increasing numbers, yeah, external investment and infrastructure. And the danger level is antagonism, when the host communities express verbally and physically to reject the tourism because they see many problems that are caused by tourism activities. So sustainable tourism later will keep the euphoria feelings in the host communities and protect the feelings of host communities become apathy, irritation, and antagonism. Okay, in the economic aspect, we can see from this picture, in some developing countries, tourism leakage happens, yeah, up to 90%. You can see from the total holiday expenses of one tourist, the benefit that retained in the host communities only less than 10%. Why? Because many aspects of expenses is released to the investor or the enterprise from the outside of the destination. So what is the sustainable tourism? Sustainable tourism is tourism that takes full account of its current and future economic, social, and environmental impact, addressing the need of visitors. So they still focus in the visitors, the industry, the environment, and the important thing is host communities. This is the definition from United Nations for World Tourism Organization. For whom this tourism? Sustainable tourism development guidelines and management practice are applicable to all forms of tourism, both mass tourism and also niche tourism. Niche tourism is tourism for specific interests, with limiting visitors. So this is the correlation about the SDGs to sustainable tourism. You can see this, the tourism can affect all of SDGs, from number 1 until number 17. Tourism affect all of them, but in critical enabler, there is a critical enabler for SDGs number 8. SDGs number 8 about the sustainable economic growth, and SDGs number 12 about sustainable consumption, and SDGs number 14 about life below water. At least there are 3 SDGs that will be contributed by sustainable tourism, but it depends on how we develop our tourism activities, so our tourism can contribute to more SDGs. So the minimum is these 3 SDGs. So what is the aims of sustainable tourism? In 2005, UNWTO already published the guidance for policymakers that titled Making Tourism More Sustainable. So there are 12 aims of sustainable tourism that become also the GSTC criteria for sustainable tourism. Okay, we can see one by one. The first one is economic viability. So sustainable tourism want to ensure the viability and the competitiveness of tourism destination and enterprises. So the host communities or the host enterprise are able to continue to prosper and deliver benefits for the long term, not only in short term. And next, number 2 is local prosperity. Sustainable tourism want to make maximum contribution for economic prosperity to host destination, including the proportion of visitor spending that is retained locally. And then sustainable tourism also of service and availability to all without discrimination. Discrimination by gender, race, disability, or in other ways. Number 4 is social equity. Sustainable tourism seek a widespread and fair distribution of economic and social benefits from tourism throughout the recipient community, including improving opportunities, income, and service available to the poor. We can see this illustration. The differences between equality, equity, and justice. You can see the picture. Equality has the assumption that everyone benefits from the same support. So everyone, independent from their needs, is have or receive equal treatment. So this is the equality. Could not guarantee the same benefits for all persons in the destination. But it's different from to equity. Equity has the assumption that everyone get the support they need. So the treatment different to each people based on their needs. So everyone can enjoy the benefit of sustainable tourism. And the third one, the best one, is justice. When the sustainable tourism can delete the cause of the inequity. So all of people, all of enterprises become more comfortable with the tourism benefits. And the fifth aim is visitor fulfillment. So sustainable tourism still concerned about visitor fulfillment. Sustainable tourism want to provide a safe, satisfying, and fulfilling experience for visitors, available to all without discrimination by gender, race, disability, or in other ways. And sustainable tourism also have objective to engage and empower local communities in planning and decision making about the management and future development of tourism in their area in consultation with other stakeholders. So they strengthen sustainable tourism, strengthen the participation of local communities in controlling the tourism activities in their own area, their own destination. This is the example of a decision-making process in Bali. Bali tourism has applied the local participation in make decision about developing their tourism in their own destination. So both of public and private sector is involved in the decision-making. From the lowest level of community until the highest level, this is the governor of Bali, Bapak Koster, that also involved in the decision making of tourism development of Bali. And the next aim is to maintain and strengthen the quality of life in local communities, including social structures, access to resources, amenities, and life support system, and they avoiding any form of social degradation or exploitation. And sustainable tourism also protect cultural richness. We try to respect and enhance the historic heritage, authentic culture, tradition, and distinctiveness of host communities. And sustainable tourism also protect the environment. They maintain, enhance the quality of landscape, both urban and rural, and avoid the physical and visual degradation of environment. You can see this the garbage that will to have a good solution in the future time, not like this slide. And the 10 aims is to support the conservation of natural areas, habitats, and wildlife, and minimize damage to them. And this is the 11th aims of sustainable tourism is minimize the use of scarce and non-renewable resources in development and operation of tourism facilities and services. So the efficiency of energy become important. The efficiency of water use also become important. And the last one is environmental purity. Sustainable tourism have objective to minimize the pollution of air, water, and land, and the generation of waste by tourism enterprises and also the visitors. So this is the success story from several business association, several business association that developing their business in tourism. Sustainable tourism helps safeguard resources that attract visitors, both natural and cultural attraction, community, and also community experiences. APTA is the travel association. APTA said that in the end of it's all about protecting our product, if the product or our destination aren't protected in environmental and social terms, then people won't want to visit them. It's as simple as that. Yeah. So now visitors have a new trend. Just want to visit the destination that apply the sustainable ways. Yeah. And this is from the from the Forbes travel guide. Forbes said that there are connectivity to the local experience if we enjoy the tourism in sustainable ways. Yeah, so visitors can connect deeply for to the local experience when the sustainable tourism happens. And from the trip advisor, they said that nearly a third of travelers, 30% of travelers will choose a destination because it is considered eco-friendly. And from Association of Corporate Travel Planners, that they explain 65% of corporate travel executive responsible for more than $10 million. Yeah, $10 billion in annual travel budgets are implementing green business travel guidelines. So business in sustainable tourism is very, very prospective. Yeah. And for the government, this is one of government that already applied the sustainable tourism. Yeah, Thailand. The Ministry of Tourism and Sport of Thailand said that they have not target in the quantity of the visitors, but it's more crucial to focus the how many destinations in Thailand become global, become sustainable tourism. Yeah, become certified by Global Sustainable Tourism Council. So the number of visitors not already become the main focus of their countries. And this also the best practice of sustainable tourism in Palau. Yeah. Palau is one of countries in Pacific. Yeah. You can see that this is the world first eco-pledge stamp in all visitors' passport. Yeah. I have the video about this. You will see the video. Yeah. The video come from YouTube about Palau. Okay.
Now, if you're heading to the Pacific island of Palau, you'll be signing up to a new pledge.
Human impact on Earth's environment is one of the biggest challenges facing the world today. The small island nation of Palau was feeling these impacts acutely. Tourists were damaging reefs, littering oceans and poaching protected species. But how could a small local population with limited resources police the high volume of visitors? What if we made the tourists police themselves? Introducing the Palau Pledge, a first-of-its-kind immigration policy for good. All visitors now need to sign an environmental pledge to gain admittance into Palau. Stamped into the passport of international arrivals, the pledge is a formal promise to Palau's children.
Children of Palau,
I take this pledge
to preserve and protect your beautiful and unique island home.
To implement this policy, government, the tourist industry and citizens were brought together. A new visa entry stamp was designed and issued in multiple languages. And immigration laws were permanently changed.
The jolt that comes with a pledge is the recognition that, hey, I can make a difference.
But we didn't stop at the passport stamp. We redesigned the tourism experience via a website, an in-flight film, a passport insert, local education, business accreditation, signage, penalties, and collateral. Launched at the UN, the Palau Pledge has been praised by international leaders and groups. Influencers helped inspire people to take the pledge online in solidarity with Palau.
Are you already seeing tourists behaving differently?
The awareness level is very high.
Leonardo DiCaprio has been quick to endorse the pledge.
The reaction on social media has been widespread.
The Palau Pledge has raised global awareness of the responsibility this generation has to the next. But its biggest impact is local, in Palau.
I hope my children can see the beautiful place as I see today.
Okay. This is one of the best practice of using sustainable strategy to protect their environment, and get economic benefit, big economic benefit, for Palau. This is one of best practice in the world. So the SDG criteria, Global Sustainable Tourism Concept criteria, have been developed in two criteria. The first one is criteria for industry, and the second one is criteria for destination. There are four pillars of sustainability based on the SDG criteria. The first one is sustainability management. The second one is social and economic benefits for host communities. The second one is cultural aspect, or culture protect for the destination, and the last one is environmental aspect. So the GSDC criteria provide the framework, not the solution. The criteria just indicate what should be done, not how to do it or whether the goal has been achieved. So later I will send you by email through Tama to send the material about the GSDC registration criteria that consists 41 criteria and 105 indicators for sustainable tourism. We have no enough time to discuss about that for this meeting. Maybe next meeting I will try to elaboration this, or in discussing time. In discussing time, you may ask this criteria. This criteria also provide in many languages in the world. So the closing statement from GSDC is sustainable tourism is about a journey, a process of becoming more and more sustainable. So this is our presentation. Thank you. Tama, please.
Thank you so much for the presentation, Mr. Hirmas. It's so interesting. For me, well, it's like new information. Especially, I just know that if the tourism is increase, develop and being developed at the time, and more of people want visit the place as a tourist, it will be the people or the tourists will be like an enemy to the local people, because local people will be bothered or will be annoyed if there is no rules that that concern to that. And of course,
I try to add the statement. In sustainable tourism, the focusing is in quality of tourism, not in the quantity of tourism. So in sustainable tourism, the number of visitors not become important again, but the quality means the number of expenses they spend in the destination area. So it's different about quality and the quantity of tourists.
So the goals of sustainable tourism is the number of expenses that the tourists spend to that place, right? Okay. Is there any question that all participants want to ask? If you want to ask questions or to give your opinion about tourism and to give your opinion about anything, you can type something in the chat room, or you can speak directly to the speaker.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please, sir. Please introduce yourself first.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Rudy Chandra Adinugraha. Currently, I am a college student at Diponegoro University. Can I ask you a question, sir?
Yes, please.
Tourism cannot be separated from the mode of transportation. And
Yes.
nowadays, the majority of transportation still produces bad emission to our environment.
Yes.
So it means that when we're traveling, we're directly involved in damaging our earth by producing CO2 emission. So did I wrong if I conclude that as long as internal combustion engine that produces carbon emission is still used as the main energy source for our mode of transportation, the tourism won't be fully sustainable? How do you feel about this problem, sir? Thank you very much.
Okay. A good question from Mr. Rudy. May I direct answer, or we wait for another question?
I think it's better to direct answer it, sir.
Okay.
Directly.
Mr. Rudy, for your question, I will open our criteria about benefits to the environment. Yeah. I will share my screen again.
Okay, sir.
Okay. In the GSTC criteria for destination, in the fourth pillar or fourth section, there are benefits to the environment. And one of their criteria is greenhouse gas emission. So, in sustainable tourism, if one destination want to get certification in sustainable tourism, they must has a system to encourage enterprises to measure, monitor, minimize, and publicly report and mitigate their greenhouse gas emission from all aspects of their operation. Yeah. And we can see many ways to count their greenhouse gas emission. Yeah. Include many application. Many application today. For example, my climate case that can calculate the emission that released from one destination. Yeah. So, if they have the calculation, they can take the action to reduce the greenhouse emission. And then the other criteria also is low impact transport. Yeah, low impact transport. The last criteria of GSTC is the destination has a system to increase the use of low impact transportation, including public transportation, and they must promote or campaign to visitors, so visitors prefer to use active transportation like walking and cycling. I think this is the answer. Please for the feedback or other question.
So, Mr. Yuli, is it enough? Is it answer?
I think that's enough.
Okay, thank you for your question.
It's answered properly. Thank you very much, Mr. Hirmas.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that is the criteria to sustainable tourism. One of the criteria is to reduce the emission gas. And is there any question from other participants?
Hello, I would like to ask.
Yes, please.
My name is Krisastra Halim, and I'm currently a college student in the University of Indonesia. I want to ask about sustainable tourism. We mean it will bring change in the tourism site, right? In the place.
Sorry, I can hear your voice clearly.
Is it? Can you hear now?
Yes, we can. Please repeat your question.
I want to ask, sustainable tourism will bring change to the place, right? To the the local community place. But sometimes, the people in the local community won't accept that change.
Yeah.
If that's the case, how could we overcome that?
Okay.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chris. Okay. Tama, may I answer that again?
Yes, please, sir. You can.
Okay. I think this question related to the section number 3. Yeah? Section C about the cultural. Okay, we can see this one. Okay, I will share my screen again. Okay, you can see this. The third TSTC criteria for destination, section C, benefit to communities, visitors, and cultural heritage. Yeah, we can see this one. Visitor management. Yeah. There is criteria of visitor management. Okay. The destination have to belong a visitor management system, yeah, for attraction site that includes measures to preserve, to protect, and to enhance natural and cultural asset. Yeah. As we talked before, euphoria, apathy, annoyance, and antagonism. Yeah. For example, to protect the change of host communities, Alhambra in Granada, yeah, they limit ticket sales for visitation, and they provide the alternative for visitors, yeah, creating city tour experience as the value added to local. And another, also there is a criteria about visitor. It has published proper visitor set guidelines are on sensitive visitor behavior. This, they provide the guideline about do and don'ts for the visitor, in Laos destination area, in interesting illustration like comic, so visitors can understand the guideline, easily. Okay, and I think maybe it's also related, the protection of community property and rights, so the intellectual property, the right of the host communities also must be protected by sustainable tourism. So the communities will not get the disadvantage of the tourism. I think this is the answer.
So,
Mr. Chris.
Okay, thank you very much for the answer.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chris. Is there any else questions? If you
May
have
I
questions,
ask
okay.
question?
Yeah, please introduce yourself first. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Ismi Shahida. I'm just graduate from Sriwijaya University in Palembang. And sir, I just want to ask, it's kind of like your opinion about, I think tourism, sustainable in tourism is really good in Indonesia to increase our economy. But as far as we know that there is still discrepancy between several areas. For example, like in Bali, the tourism is already built and spent on, while at the same time in other areas, for example, like in Sumatra, in Bengkulu, part of Bengkulu, there's a rural area that I think the destination is really good, but because of it's not really popular, so I think not all of people know and want to visit that kind of place. So what do you think about that? Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your good question and interesting question. I will share again the section of sustainable tourism criteria, about sustainability management to answer this question. Okay, please wait. I will share my screen. Okay, this is the first section of the destination criteria. It's called destination sustainability management. Yeah, you can see. Okay, this is sustainable destination strategy. That the example is Palau Plains that we have discussed before. Yeah. And for new destination like Bengkulu and other parts of Sumatra, they must have tourism management organization. Yeah, the destination must has an effective organization. Yeah, that involve both of private sector and public sector, and the important things is they are appropriately funded. Yeah, and after they have strong organization to manage their tourism destination, they must also have, we call this tourism seasonality strategy. Yeah, in the criteria number 4 of the GSTC, the destination dedicate resources to mitigate seasonal variability of tourism where appropriate, working to balance the needs of the local economy, community, cultures, and environmental, and to identify year-round tourism opportunities. This is one of solution for new destination. They must have tourism seasonality management. For example, in Jakarta, they offer hot deals to export Jakarta, with competitive price, and interesting promotion. This is also a new destination from Indonesia, Belitung. Belitung already have tourism calendar of event in 2020. They try to identify every month what they have for the event of tourism, both cultural, environmental, or especially for maritime tourism. Okay. And the new destination also must have inventory of tourism asset and attraction. So they can try to create the event if they have inventory of the tourism asset and attraction. Yeah, for example, this one, yeah, Cayman Island, the asset, yeah, maybe only a piece of cake, yeah, that authentic from the Cayman Island. Yeah, many parts of Indonesia have authentic cake or authentic culinary, yeah, that can offer to the tourists. Yeah, this is also example a handicraft authentic from Bukit Praman Geosite Belitung Geopark. Yeah, they try to offer the uniqueness of the Belitung. Yeah, I think this is the some action that may do by new destination in Sumatra or other parts in Indonesia. I think this is the question. This is the answer.
So the area itself should build their own first, and if it is already stand on and the facility is already good, so they could register their own self, for example, to one of the recommended tourism.
Yeah, actually, last year I worked for the Ministry of. We held the award of Indonesian Sustainable Tourism Award. This event, this award, have objective to identify, yeah, to give chance for new destination to promote their own destination. Yeah, so if they register to ISTA, Indonesian Sustainable Tourism Award, we will visit the destination. We will see the criteria that already suitable with GSTC criteria, and we appreciate with the award, and then we promote. Yeah, the Ministry of Tourism will promote this destination as a new Indonesian destination to the world. Yeah, I think many effort from Ministry of Tourism to promote our new destination.
All right, thank you so much, Hirmas.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Ismi, for your questions. Okay, we have more time. If you guys have another questions, please. If you are feeling so shy to ask directly to the speaker, you can type your questions on the chat room, please.
And you may see, you may give the question in Bahasa, yeah?
Oh yes, of course. We will help to translate it. Since we receive most of the participants are Indonesia, yeah, you may speak in Bahasa if you want. Is there enough of you? How about another friends from another country? Maybe you have questions? No? Okay, if you guys do not have questions anymore, well, I would like to conclude this meeting. So I would like to say thank you very much. Very much. A lot of thanks to all the participants that are interested to join this event, and also thank you very much to Mr. Hirmas that want to be available to be our speaker and to open this Asean Youth Talk. For this first Asean Youth Talk, we were talking about sustainable development goals that is applied to sustainable tourism practice, and I hope that all of you will receive or has received useful knowledge from this event, and I hope that all of you can apply this knowledge to every city or every village that you live in, that so that you can make a change, or at least you can help some people to make a change according to sustainable development goals. And for the next section, I would like to thank you. I would like to thank all the partners that support this event, and also I would like to thank to some of participants that is as organization representative. I made that registration form. I made the form that is divided into personal participants and also organization representative, because I hope that all the people, especially organization or community, will be involved in this event, because this target is young people, and we want to give knowledge about SDGs, and we want to especially aware and educate more young people about SDGs. We need also partnership from all people, especially in Southeast Asian, because our target is Southeast Asian. So we need also collaboration with many partners, with many organizations, and also with many communities, especially young community. Thank you for coming, and I would like to announce you before we end this event. There will be Asean Youth Talk 2 that will be presented by some founders, startup founders that is working in sociopreneur. As you can see the flyers, we will have Kak Fania Santoso and also a representative from Fashion Fit-In. Those startups are working to recycle waste into a product that can be a business to get income. Yeah, you can join the event. And last statement from me, I would like to explain that e-certificate from this program will be given to participants that is join social media campaign, and that will be explained later in Asean Youth Talk 2. So, Mr. Hirmas, before we end this meeting, do you have the last statement about sustainable tourism or about environmental things?
Okay, I think I'm proud of you. All of participants are young people in Indonesia, in Vietnam, in Japan, and in all countries of ASEAN. And I appreciate more and more to young generation to create a condition more sustainable for the future time. And don't hesitate to contact me if you need more explanation about sustainable tourism, and do your best in your each sector or each university in different ways maybe, but in the good effort for Indonesia and for Asian countries and for the world. I think it's enough. Thank you, and sorry for the technical problem.
We are sorry for that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Gautama.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Hirmas, and thank you for all participants. See you in the next ASEAN Youth Talk 2. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oke, masih record dulu deh sampai semuanya keluar ya nggak sih?